Well, next tonight to the debate about the growing cost of childcare. Charges in Britain are some of the most expensive. Some families here spend a quarter of their earnings on looking after their children.
And there's controversy over government plans for nurseries to take on more children without increasing staffing levels. Tonight, Manchester Central MP Lucy Powell will lead a debate in Parliament on the issue. Our political reporter Daniel Hewitt has more.
Driven out of a full-time job to be a stay-at-home mum.
You're going on a quad, are you? Yeah. Which quad are you going on?
Becky McCulloch worked in a nursery she used for her two sons. But employment meant the family's combined wage was too high to receive child support, leaving them a nursery bill twice as big as their mortgage.
I was earning roughly between £800 and £900 a month, and the childcare came into roughly £816, give or take. Earning £78 a month, seeing other children more than I've seen my own children. And I didn't want to become another statistic, only having children, not to have to work and claim everything I can. But I'm better off not working, and I've not been brought up to sit at home and do nothing.
It's a dilemma facing parents across our region. Quit work or face fees of up to £60 a day, totalling on average £6,500 a year per child.
If we encourage mothers, which I'm afraid we are doing at the moment, to take career breaks, then the evidence shows that for the rest of their lives they will earn less money, generally in part-time jobs, and paying much less taxes than they are at the moment.
The answer is said to lie with nurseries like this one in Trafford. The government's drawn up a plan to reduce costs by freeing up space for more children. At present, nurseries must abide by strict ratios of staff to children. For every one qualified carer, they can take on 4 two-year-olds. Ministers want that ratio increased to 6, generating more money, but without hiring more staff.
They want to know that when they drop their child off in the morning and go to work, that there are enough staff there to look after their child, and they are very concerned about it.
Parents we've spoken to say that it's extortionate, the price of nursery care. But can nurseries do more to reduce their costs?
Well, I wholeheartedly agree. Nursery fees are expensive. But as I've said before, without actually helping parents financially, I don't see where any costs can be cut.
And that leaves parents with a familiar story. Work and pay the price of childcare, or give up work and pay the price of staying at home.
Well, Daniel joins us in the studio now. Dan, a problem for many of us, I suppose. What are the government saying and doing about this?
Well, when you speak to MPs about this issue, they say it's the biggest issue, one of the biggest issues they raised by constituents. The government recognise they must do something about this. As you heard there, the answer is to increase the number of children without increasing the number of staff. But it wants those staff to be better qualified. It sent us a statement today. It say that the reforms will provide higher quality early education for young children and more choice for parents. Only nurseries with qualified staff will be given this freedom to hire better paid, better qualified professionals. Now that raises 3 questions. How will these staff be better qualified? Who will pay for it? The nurseries, the staff themselves, or the government? Secondly, is it safe? And thirdly, will it bring down the cost of childcare? No doubt we'll hear more about this in the coming weeks as this passes through Parliament.
Yeah, it's an interesting debate. Daniel, thank you very much for joining us tonight.
We'd like to know what you think about the situation. Have you left your job because it's cheaper to stay at home? What do you think about nurseries looking after more children without increasing their staffing levels? What is the answer?
Well, you can get in touch in all of the usual ways, of course. We'll read out as many of your comments as we can just before 6:30.